Hello everyone, this is teacher Gabriel from Enjoy English, and in today's lesson we'll learn how to use question words in English, how to make questions. Remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, do it right now and enjoy grammar, enjoy reading, enjoy listening, and enjoy English every week. So let's get started. Ready, set, and go! So first of all, what are question words? Question words are words that we use in the beginning of a sentence to make a question. I'll show you some of them. The most important ones are what. When you use what, you're asking for something specific, like what do you study, or what is your name, or what is your favorite food. You're asking for something specific. The next one is who. When you ask who, you're asking for someone, like who is your best friend, who is your best teacher, who is your boyfriend, or who is your girlfriend. Then we have when. We use when we're asking for time, like when is your birthday, when is your next class, when is your anniversary. Where is used when you're asking for a place, like where do you live, where is your school, where are you from. Why is my favorite question word. We use why to ask, or when we're asking for a reason or for purpose. I always make this question to my students. Why do you study English? Or I ask, why are you in the class today? This is a question that is always together with after you say what. For example, if you say, what is your favorite fruit? And you say, my favorite fruit is orange. Really? Why? So this is the second part of the what. So when you make a question with what, usually you ask why. Like, what is your favorite movie? Oh, my favorite movie is Shrek. Really? Why? And you say, oh, I like Shrek because it transmits the truth about love, or I like the characters, I like donkey, or I don't know. Like you explain. You use why when you're explaining. We need to be careful with the use of because. You use because when you answer, and you use why when you make the question. Okay, so this is the answer for why. It's always because. Like, why do you study English? Oh, because. Oh, I study English because I want to travel to United States. So you need to be careful with this, because this is a little bit tricky. When you're making questions, you don't say because. Like, what's your favorite movie? My favorite movie is Shrek. Because? No. You use why when you're making the question, okay? The next one is which. We use which when we're asking for an option or a choice. Like, which do you prefer, Cap or Iron Man? This is a real question for you. Which do you prefer, Captain America or Iron Man? Let me know your decision or your option in the chat. The next one is which. We use which when we're asking for an option or a choice. Which do you prefer, Cap or Iron Man? This is a real question for you. I would like to know, which do you prefer, Cap or Iron Man? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, the next one is how. We use how when we're asking for the way or the manner to do something, like in cooking. How do you make pancakes? How do you make a sandwich? Or also you can use it when you're asking for instructions, like how can I put my camera on in my classes? Or how to study English better? Or how to enjoy English? And talking about that, I would like to ask you that. I would like to know how Do you enjoy English? How do you enjoy English? I would like to know. Let me know, please. Great. Now that we know the question words, it's important that we can know the order of the question words. So first we got the question word. When we are using the auxiliary, the verb to be, like is, are, or am, this is the next one. Then we got the subject. The subject is the person, the animal, and then you get like an extra info like an adjective, a noun, etc. Like how old are you? How old are you? This is together. This is usually a question word that is always together. How old? Usually how and an adjective like how tall are you? Okay. Then we got what is this? What is this? Or you can make it together like what's this? A contraction. Then we have where are you from? Where are you from? This is when you're using the verb to be in the question. But also we can use the auxiliary do or does depending on what is the subject, and this is for questions in present simple. Okay, I don't want you to confuse to use this structure for all the tenses. Remember that we need to be careful in this part with the auxiliary verb. What is the correct auxiliary verb for what I'm talking about? So in this one I'm showing you the example of the present simple because it's the easiest one. So first we got the question word again, then we got the auxiliary verb, subject, and infinitive. The verb in its infinitive form. Like, do you like pizza? This is a very easy question. Do you, and you add the verb like, do you like pizza? Do you eat spaghetti? Do you watch movies? Do you? So you always say do you, and you use a verb here in the infinitive form, like in the base form. Do you study English? Do you write in English? Do you sing in English? Okay, and you can be changing like, you can be changing the here like, do you like, and you make something different. Let's practice this. Do you like hot dogs? Do you like hamburgers? And always when you have the question with do, there are two answers, only two answers. Yes I do or no I don't. If I ask you, okay, so do you like pizza? So if it is yes, say yes I do. I want to listen to you. Or could be no, I don't. No I don't. Okay, do you like Hawaiian pizza? And you can be playing here. You can be creative when you're making questions. Do you like Hawaiian pizza? Yes, I do. Oh no, I don't. I don't like fruit in my pizza. Or do you like mushroom pizza? Okay, you can be changing here. You remember that something important about speaking English is that you need to be creative with what you're saying. Okay. The next example: where do you work? Where do you work? Remember, where is used for places, right? If I ask where do you work, I want to know what place do you work. Where do you work? I work in, and you say the place where you work. I work in a school. I work in a hospital, etc. Or specifically, in what hospital do you work? What time does he get up? Okay, so here, what time? This is another question word that is like always together. What time? When you want to know the time of something. What time does he get up? I get up at 7 o'clock. You're asking for the time. Yes, I know that you are thinking, but teacher Gabriel, you told us a moment ago that when is for time. Yes, it's true. But when you want to know time, like an hour in a specific, you can make the question what time. What time do you wake up? What time do you breakfast? What time? So this is for asking for the time when you want to know the hour exactly, the hour. And you use when you want to know the time for something in general, like when is your birthday, when is your anniversary. But what time is specific for hours, for time. Okay. Well, how often is for frequency? How often do you go out? I go out, well, now because pandemic situation, I go out almost never. You shouldn't go out because of this. But in other situation, I always go out. Okay, how often is always is answer with frequency verbs. I'm gonna talk about this in another video. Okay, then we got what do you do? What do you do is not asking what are you doing. What do you do is asking for your job. What's your profession? So be careful with this question. What do you do? I'm an English teacher. I'm a doctor. I'm an architect. I'm a dentist. Okay, what do you do? Okay. Alright, so now let's practice. Let's put this in practice with some exercises that I have for you. Remember, in these exercises, please pause the video, think in the correct answer, and then play. Try to practice. Try to do an active study. Okay, the first question is, to the gym. So you have these 4 options. Think which is the correct for this question. Again, so put the video, pause the video and answer. Okay, so the correct one is, how often do you go to the gym? Great job, great job. How often do you go to the gym? So remember that you have the auxiliary do. How often? How often what? How often do, and then you have the subject you, and then we have the action, the verb. How often do you go? How often you go is incomplete. How often you do go? Well, the do is not in the correct place. How often go you? No, this is not correct. Okay, question number 2. Choose the correct answer. Pause the video and choose the correct answer. Okay. The first question, the first option, what time does she get up, is the correct one. What time does she get up? You're asking does, you're asking get up, and you're asking she, so you need to change the auxiliary do for does. What time she does get up is not in the correct order. What time she gets up, this is not correct because you don't have the auxiliary does. What time gets up she? No, this is not correct. Great job. Number 3, choose the correct option. You know what to do. Pause the video, answer, and then check. Okay, so in this question we got, who is the man over there? Who is the man over there? Who is? Question word auxiliary. Who is the man over there? Option B, who the man over there is. Well, is not in the correct place. Who the man is over there is should be next to who. Who over there is, no, this is not correct. Okay, so the only one that is correct is letter A. Okay, the next one, again, pause the video, choose the correct answer. Okay, piece of cake, right? So here what we need to do, we need to choose the option. I'm going to say first which are not correct. Where your sister is from is not correct. Where is sorry, where from is your sister is not correct. Where does your sister be from? No, this is not correct. So the correct one is letter B. Great job. Where is your sister from? It's like, where are you from? Where are, you change are for is. You change the subject, your sister, from. Very good job. Okay, number 5, we have this again. Pause, answer, and then check. Okay, so he does exercise. Well, this is not a question. This is an affirmation. Okay, be careful with this. This is a sentence is correct, but it's not a question. He does exercise. He does do exercise. Well, no, we don't double. Do he does exercise? No. We know that does is the correct auxiliary because we have he, and do, this is the verb. Does he do exercise? Does he do exercise? So this is the correct one. You can change here the verb do. Does he speak English? Does he use the computer? Okay, so very important here that we don't change. Okay, we don't change does he do exercise. When we are writing a question in English, we don't change the verb. Why? Because we are using the auxiliary, the correct auxiliary. So it's not he does exercise. That's why I say this is correct for an affirmation, for positive. He does exercise. But when you are making the question, you need to change this does to the beginning, does he, and then you need the verb, and the verb is do. Does he do exercise? Question number 6. Okay, this is a question. Normally, in what situation do you think could be this question made? In a job interview, right? So the question should be, why do you want this job? Why do you want this job? We have why, auxiliary do, subject you, verb, and complement. Why do you want this job? Why you do want? No, remember that the auxiliary is next to the question word. Why do? Why you want? No auxiliary. Why want you this job? No, this is not correct. Maybe when you're speaking, if you made the other ones that are not correct, maybe people can understand you. But remember, the thing is like, you wanna speak English, or you wanna speak English well, right? You can transmit your ideas, and that's correct. But if you are taking this lesson, it's because you want to make questions in the correct way. Okay? Okay, let's go with this one. You know what to do. Pause, answer, and check. Okay. The correct answer is, what do they have for breakfast? What do they have for breakfast? Why this is correct? Because you are using the question word, auxiliary do, subject, and verb. What do they have? You're asking what? Like, what do they have for breakfast? They have cereal, they have a sandwich, they ate a sandwich. They eat a sandwich, sorry, because you're asking what do they have, what do they usually have. Great job, great job. What they have, no auxiliary. What they do have, no correct order. What have they, no correct order. Good job. Okay, number 8. Okay, so here we have a question with verb to be. When are you free? When are you free? Oh, I'm free in the night, in the afternoon. When are you free? So here, this could be a little bit tricky, but you're asking like for the time that the person is available. When you are free, this is not correct, no correct order. When free are you, no correct order. When do you be free? We don't use this form, okay? The correct answer is when are you free. The correct auxiliary to use is are in this situation. Now let's practice with this one, number 9. Okay, this is very easy, right? So how old is your sister? How old is your sister? You want to know the age of your sister. How your sister is old? No, correct. How old your sister is? This could be correct, but you make this question like indirectly. How old? I want to know how old your sister is. Here you're making a question but not making it. I don't want you to confuse you. I'm gonna talk about these indirect questions in another video, but you can use this structure when you want to know. Okay, yes. Well, actually, I've been thinking how old your sister is. So I'm not asking the question, but I'm making this subliminal message to you, like I want to know. And maybe you say, why do you want to know that? No, I'm just okay. So you're not making the question here directly, but indirectly, yes. How old your sister is? Normally you use it with a phrase before, like, I was thinking how old your sister is. And then you don't say nothing, because you want the other person to tell, my sister is 26. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. So that's why in this one it's not correct, because you're not asking the question directly. If you have questions about this, please let me know in the comment. I'm gonna make another video about indirect questions, so don't worry about this. And the last one, how old does your sister be? No, we don't use this auxiliary in this way. Marvelous. Okay, so this is the last one. You know what to do. Pause, answer, and then we check together. Okay. The correct answer is not D, is not C, is not B, but A. Is your friend from Canada? Remember, when you start a question with the auxiliary, only 2 answers, yes or no. Is your friend from Canada? Yes, he is, or no, he isn't. And you repeat the same auxiliary. Is your friend from Canada? Yes, he is, no, he isn't. Do you like pizza? Yes, I do, no, I don't. Okay, you repeat the auxiliary. Let me put it in another slide. Is your friend from Canada? Okay, is your friend from Canada? For the answer, you repeat the auxiliary. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Or no, he isn't. Other questions with an auxiliary could be, do you have a dog? Do you have a dog? So here the auxiliary is do. You know, when you answer, you have to say, yes, exactly, yes, I do, or no, I don't. Okay, so when you detect that the question is starting with the auxiliary, the verb to be, with do or have, like, have you got a girlfriend? Yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Okay, you need to answer with the same auxiliary. Alright, so I think that's all for today's lesson. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to share, like, subscribe, and write in the comments if you want to know something in specific, if you want to know how to make these indirect questions, or if there's something in specific you want to know. Please let me know in the comments. Thank you very much, and see you in the next class, in the next video. Bye bye.